If you think you can become rich by saving money, you are outrightly wrong. History has it that human beings have engaged in all kinds of endeavors to create wealth and would stop at nothing to continue the cycle. We would be looking at just these 4 types of businesses, especially because they are your sure ways of becoming wealthy. Number 1 on this list would be entrepreneurship. That is, build a business. The second option, which is real estate. Real estate leads you to wealth automatically when done right. Real estate remains a sure way to wealth. And the third one will be the paper, that is otherwise called instruments. The last but not the least of the 4 types of investment that can lead you straight into wealth is commodities. Guys, if you think you can become rich by avoiding risk, you are very wrong. First of all, what is risk? Risk is the possibility of not getting what you want, and also the possibility of getting what you don't want. To a construction engineer, for instance, risk would mean the possibility of a building collapsing. To a petty trader who receives cash most of the time, risk would mean the possibility of being paid with counterfeit currency. To a bank, you would think the major risk of a bank would be armed robbery or being robbed. No. The biggest risk of any bank is all depositors gathering themselves together to say they want to make all their withdrawals on the same day. No bank in the world would meet that obligation. To an average employee, risk is the possibility of not being paid salary or being fired. To an asset owner, risk is the possibility of being robbed, while to an armed robber, risk is the possibility of being caught. So you get this whole idea of risk meaning different things to different people. However, there are different ways of handling this thing called risk. Number 1 will be, before you deal with any risk at all, you must first identify the risk. That is, you must know exactly what you are to deal with. So what's next after you have identified the risks? You go ahead and assess the risk and then classify them in order of importance. What do I mean by this? I mean, you need to weigh them by the likelihood of occurrence and then the impact. Once that is done, then you consider your risk appetite. This is after you must have classified the risk. Then you consider, okay, how much risk can I take as an investor? Or how much risk can I take as a business person? Then you start responding to all these questions, and then you create an elaborate response to the risks that have been identified while conducting the analysis. There are 5 basic or 5 fundamental ways of responding to any kind of risk. You can either avoid the risk, or you say you accept the risk, or you reduce the risk, or possibly transfer the risk to other people or other entity or other institutions, or you can share the risk so that you won't be the only person exposed to the risk.